Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Craig the SMB. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you the other part of my model train collection. Kind of want to make this quick because I have quite a bit over at this place, so I'm just going to do a quick review. As you can see, there's the Chessie System Diesel and the New York Central Pullman that I did a review of in my previous video. Here's my other New York Central Pullman in the light and dark gray with the white lighting with New York Central written on it. This is a Spectrum model, number 810. Then over here I have a 19th century maroon coach right here. Then I have a Canadian National Caboose that's missing one of its handrails on the opposite side of it. Then I have a Walters Mainline Union Pacific boxcar. One of the wheels is a little bit stiff for some reason, but it's really good on the track. Doesn't cause a lot of drag because of that one set of wheels sticking a little bit. Here's my other Union Pacific boxcar. This is also by Walters Mainline. As you can see, it's missing one of the plates up on the top. Yeah, I think it probably actually popped off when I put it back in the bin 2 years ago. Then right here I have a Frisco boxcar, which came in a train set with this locomotive right here. This is a North Carolina and St. Louis, aka the Dixie Line, USRA 060, number 150. Then I have a Mahano USRA 282 Mikado. This is just an undercoat, but this is actually an Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe design. Then I have a Santa Fe F unit. This is part of the Super Chief consist. I actually have the coaches right there. This might be an F7 or an F3. Then I have Union Pacific F unit. I have a Soo Line F unit. The Union Pacific F unit and the Soo Line one both have to go to the hobby shop. The Union Pacific one just won't start. The Soo Line one just has to have some wires soldered back into place. And I think this might be a Santa Fe SD40-2. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section below. Then I have a ATSF Plymouth switcher. I actually have another one in Union Pacific livery back where I live. I actually technically also live here too. I have two homes. Sorry, I just got distracted. My cat is just getting some love and attention from someone outside. Yeah, so basically everything except for the 282, all these pieces of rolling stock, the 040 and the 060, were my uncle's models. The table, someone actually built for me, but all the scenery pieces, the track, the controller, etc., they were my uncle's. Except for these two buildings, on which Coast 94 and I, we actually got those from some kind of fair going on nearby Rochester. But yeah, these are a pretty good addition to the layout. It's not actually complete yet. I have another table that's supposed to connect to this one to make a 4x8 foot layout. But since there's not enough room in this room that it's in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it over toward that window, take the other table, do some measuring, and then cut it, and use the other half to make like a yard area. Here, let me move this. To make like a yard or a terminus station. I think I may actually just build a yard over here for my HO and N-scale stuff. Yes, I do have N-scale. I will do a quick review on those in another video. But anyways, let's check it out over here. Two of these Manoa Classics boxes are mine. One of them is Almost Coast 94's He's not entirely interested in the model trains, but he decided to get one anyway. We got those at a train show. I would show you the models, but they're in my actual home where I do school and stuff. This is basically just my break home. Then I have a box filled with kits and stuff. Then I have an empty bin that contained the Super Chief Consist. This gray box right here has spare track and stuff. This one right here has some more pieces of rolling stock and some shells. This one has some more electrical components, pieces of rolling stock, and shells as well. Then I've got some kits. These are the boxes for my N-scale stuff. That box is what the New York Central Pullman came in that I did a review of. Yeah, sorry if the camera's out of focus. Then there's the Super Chief Consist right there. That's the box that the Union Pacific A66 came in. Oh, I forgot to show you guys it. I think I forgot to. But that's my Union Pacific. I think it's a Bobo wheel arrangement. Yeah, I'm not entirely like 100% on wheel arrangements and stuff like that, but I think this might be a Union Pacific GP30 number A66 with the nylon gears that can crack. They actually haven't cracked yet, surprisingly, considering how old it is. That's the box that it came in. Then I have an MTH models box that came with a safari coach of some kind. There's the Walters mainline box that the Union Pacific box car came in. There's a box for a building. Then right here I have a kit, another kit, some more bins with motor railway stuff and shells. That one's empty. Then I have some more track and I have another controller, but that one appears to not work for some odd reason. Then I've got a station, and I have a stuffed cat guarding everything. Back over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the models that actually do work and show you guys how they run. I've already got everything plugged in. This is actually my second attempt. I was interrupted. I had to go take a shower. But anyways, let's run the USRA 060 first. This is one of my newer models. This is also an old controller, so I can't really do so it has like certain speed steps on it, stuff like that. I'm actually really worried about that part right there, like this section of track, because when it curves, it actually tips over to the side because of the incline from the power track there. I'm going to let it do one more lap, and I'm going to show you with the B&O switcher right over there. Yeah, I am really worried right now because the track like just fits on here. Yeah, for some reason it makes a weird buzzing, like all my models make like a weird sound over in the back section of the track over there. Alright, I'm going to stop the 060. I'm going to pop on the B&O switcher. Right there. This one I bought with my own money. This is like the first steam locomotive that I bought with my own money. It's a pretty okay model. It needs to be cleaned. I need to take a look at it. My dog, back where I actually live, he actually, let me show you something real quick. He did all of that. Yeah, he came into my bedroom because I forgot to close the door, and he started chewing on some of the models. Not happy about it. I chewed off the ledge that hangs over there. Doesn't really matter though. I think I may actually repaint it or something like that. I don't know. But I'm gonna let it run for a little bit longer. If you want me to do more videos like this, which I probably will, let me know in the comment section below if I should and if you like them. Yeah, I think this has a 3-pole motor. It's actually pretty heavy. It's actually heavier than this 060 right here, and it could actually pull a lot more. That's actually something I'm really happy about. The Union Pacific diesel over there, it's pretty heavy, but apparently Bachmann decided to put traction tires on it, even though it was pretty heavy. So, yeah, a lot of these models that I have traction tires on them, except for the Santa Fe SD40-2 and the Plymouth Switcher, and my steam locomotives. Well, aside from the Smoky Mountain Express. Stay tuned for that. I do have a Smoky Mountain Express locomotive back in my school home. Alright, let's stop you. I'm going to do all the steam locomotives first because everyone loves steam locomotives. Oh boy. Yeah, this is quite fun trying to get this stuff on and make sure that it doesn't go flying off the table. Yeah, a second. Yeah, it's just that one set. Alright, it should be good to go. I might actually take it to the hobby shop because, you know that problem that most Bachmann locomotives have where the wheels become out of sync? This one might actually be suffering from it, probably, because I see that not all the time the wheels are in alignment. They're not really in alignment 100% of the time. So I may have it taken to the hobby shop to get checked out. It's not very serious yet, but if it like starts to become a problem, then I will take it to the hobby shop. And it's not starting. Come on. Okay, now I feel the motor turning over. Come on. It does run, as you can see, but it needs a good cleaning, as well as this dirty track. I do have a track cleaner, but I left it in my school home, so I'm going to have to buy another one. Yeah, it does a whole lot better going at fast speeds. And also, this is an old Mahano, so it's bound to run. And I actually knew that ever since I got it. It's actually the exact same size as my Flying Scotsman in terms of length, but height, not so much. But I really love this model, especially since that was my first Mahano locomotive. Yeah, I don't want to run it for very long. I think I'm actually going to stop it here. Now, I don't really have a huge layout, but eventually, basically my vacation house, I'm actually probably going to be moving at some point because once my vacation house is sold, then I'm probably going to be moving somewhere else. And there might be like a man cave in there or something like that, so I'll be able to set up like a larger table and stuff like that and create an actual permanent setup that will be able to be taken apart. So that's going to be nice. Next, I'm going to put up my Union Pacific GP30. This is actually one of the locomotives that I have that's in perfect condition. Well, almost perfect condition. Last year on West Coast 94, he accidentally dropped one of his toys onto the ground too hard, and it clipped off the top of it. As you can see, it looks a little bit chipped, but it's not that much of a problem anyway, because honestly, you would expect to see at least some trains like slightly like dented in certain areas in real life. This is one of my noisier models, as you can hear. It's not that heavy, but it feels pretty heavy, to me at least. I will actually be looking into asking to get a Oxford Rail N7 for my birthday, so stay tuned for that if I do end up getting one. I might be getting the Wartime Gray version because that's my favorite version, but I may actually think about getting another one as well in the future. So if you want to see me get another N7 at some point, like a little bit after I get my first one, stay tuned for that. I think I may actually get the LNER black version. Alright, let's stop this one. Put it back over here. Now let's try the Plymouth Switcher. This one is actually very, very light. It has no weight to it whatsoever. If I had to guess, I'd say this would probably weigh like half a pound. So, if you ask me, I'd say it would probably be able to pull both of these Pullman coaches on straight and level track. And if it were on a hill, it would probably just have to be the caboose and the 19th century coach. Yeah, jerked. Yeah, this one you have to really get going. Because it's like very, very old. And as you can see, it sparks. And also, don't know if you can see that, but one of my coaches is starting to light up. Yeah, the gray one has LED lights. They did say this one was supposed to, but it doesn't really seem to be showing any signs of light. So my guess is that section of track might be a little bit too dirty. Yeah, this is not a very good runner. I need to do a thorough clean out on its system. Yeah, a lot of these models are broken, so I have to get them fixed. So this one is one of my not so great runners, especially since I could smell smoke coming from the motor, so that is definitely not a very good sign. Let's see if I can get the Super Chief to move. It does run, at least to some extent. At some point, I may actually look into getting a Hog Trains. I think it's Hog Trains. Yeah, Hog Trains Hiawatha with the Indian logo on it. Yeah, this is an old Tyco. I remember before I tried running this, and it barely even moved at all. But then a little while later, I come back to try and see if I can get it to run again, just by giving it a couple of pushes on the cleaner track, and it works. So yeah, that's very good. I don't want to run this one for too long either, because this one does a little kind of a burning smell after I run it for a little while. It's starting to do a little bit better, so I'll let it do one more lap. Come on. Yeah, in total I have about 6 steam locomotives. Those would include my Flying Scotsman, Smoky Mountain Express. I actually have another 1980s era B&O switcher with the side tanks. hanging in the background. Alright, next, we're going to try running this locomotive. I think, I remember from another video that I watched at some point, I think this might be like a EMD locomotive or something like that. As you can see, it does run. It's also pretty heavy. It's a Taiko Manawa. It's got a large weight in the middle of it, so it can haul quite a bit, but I need to replace the couplers on it, and to do that I need to take out the bogies. This is one of my much better runners. I just remember testing this along with a few other locomotives, and this one was probably one of the more flawless ones. Alright, let's take this one off. And last but not least, my Santa Fe SD40-2, number 5707. This is an old RSO. It's also probably one of my favorite diesels. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I do apologize for my terrible camera recording work here, because as you're probably going to see, I'm not showing every single bit of it. That's because I keep looking away from the camera and I keep actually looking at the locomotive instead of looking at it through my phone, which is honestly kind of common, in my opinion, with some people. Alright, now I'm going to put this back over here. Alright, that seems to be good enough. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to run this one, because as you saw, it was kind of dodgy. I thought it would probably feel a little bit better after running in, being ran for a little bit. But I guess not. So instead, I'm going to do a double header with, sorry about that. Instead I'm gonna do a double header with my USRA 060 and my Baltimore and Ohio 040. Now this one doesn't have a front coupler, so kind of do a little bit of a cheat. Slide the knuckle coupler through the fake plastic one. I know it's naughty, but it does the trick. And as you can see, the coupler heights on the New York Central Pullmans seem to be pretty leveled out. You know what? This actually seems to be pretty leveled with the old Bachmann coach as well, so I think I may run all three of them and see if it'll work. Now the track isn't actually nailed down, so it's a little bit unlevel in certain areas. Oh, I completely forgot that it was unleveled with the actual engine. That sucks. Yeah, if you guys have a Walters mainline New York Central coach like this, and you know that the body's made out of metal, please let me know in the comment section below, because I honestly can't really tell. Alright, got it all set up. And if you ask me, I'd say that the shorter New York Central Pullman, which is this one right here, is actually a lot heavier. Not really surprised though, because it's a Spectrum model and some of them are heavy. Anyways, let's get them running. I'm honestly just hoping that this coach doesn't derail. It did say 18-inch radius curves. Yeah, it did say that it could run on 18-inch radius curves, but and I think these are 18-inch radius, but doesn't really wanna cooperate. Yeah, I really need to get some better curves at some point if I ever get the chance to. I actually do have third radius curves in my school home, so it'll probably run much better on that. Okay, that was terrible because I had a couple of incidents. I'm gonna put everything back. I would actually love to go to. I'm just bringing this up out of nowhere, but I'd actually love to go to another country at some point. Probably Great Britain. When coronavirus and stuff is over, because I actually kind of wanted to do some fan meetups with some of my favorite model railroad YouTubers, like for example, Sam's Trains. Sam's Trains, and trying to think of who else. And also Laserjet. I've watched quite a few of his videos. I thought they were really, really great. If you guys watch, for those of you who are watching, if you watch those two YouTubers, please let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, so that was a tour of the other part of my model train collection. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know in the comment section below and like the video if you did. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also support the channel. And lastly, to tag along for the rest of the adventure to see what else I have in store for you guys. This is Craig DS1B signing off.